For those of you that do not know me, my name is Larry Kimmel, and I've known Chip now for about 35 years, which you're doing the math, it's older than we are, I guess, since we were 3 years old. And Chip and I not just knew each other growing up through school since we were, I guess, in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, and of course since. But we actually were in the same street together. When I say the same street, we were actually on the exact same street less than a quarter mile away from each other growing up. From 9 until we were 18 years old and went off to school. And during those 9 years, not once, in all the times that we hung out and spent time at each other's houses, did Chip drive down to my house, not once. And I thought it was because Chip was lazy. I mean, he just didn't want to walk down, and he couldn't actually walk all the way down to my house, all about 4 houses. But thinking back on it, it's actually because Chip drove 100 miles an hour in his car, and he had 2 cars, by the way. I don't know what high school kid had 2 cars, but Chip actually had 2. And he would get in his car, and he would actually drive down to my house in less than a minute. So looking back, I think he's just efficient. Chip's also, all these to know Chip, he is always notoriously late. And I guess Jen's learned that as well. He usually, one of my jobs tonight was to make sure he was on time for his wedding, which he was. And looking back on that, I mean, Chip would actually get in his car and say, I'm coming to my car, I'll be down in less than a minute, and an hour later he'd show up in my house. And I'm thinking, what's he doing? And then I figured, you know what, he has 2 separate jobs in high school, he's making money, and I look back and I think, he's just being productive. It's not that he's just always late, he's actually productive. So he's not always just lazy or late, he's actually very productive and he's efficient. And as Chip went through high school, he actually had, I don't know how many out there actually ever had beepers in high school. We didn't have cell phones back then. Chip's one of the only people I know that had a beeper. The other person I know had a beeper was me. That of course wasn't a doctor, wasn't a drug dealer, right? We're the only 2, I think, that had beepers. And we would actually beep each other in our bed at night, and we could send messages to each other. And of course we both had phones in our room with our own phone numbers, so I'm not really sure why we would send messages through a beeper. Again, I think, it's just because we were lazy, but looking back, we all had cell phones now, and we send texts to each other. So now looking back, I realized, he was actually ahead of his times. So, Chip, we went through high school together, and at Tower Hill, first of all, he's brilliant. And I don't know how many other kids at Tower Hill could actually show up an hour late to school a lot of days, skip out on lunch, go out and get pizza, come back with pizza all over his face, a haircut that you knew, yes, he did have hair back then, that you could tell he had a haircut, and none of the teachers cared. And again, at the time you're thinking, is he a slacker? Well, he's not a slacker. He knew a way to deal with people that he couldn't get in trouble. There's nothing he could do to get in trouble, because everyone loved Chip. And I could tell a lot more stories about our cruise and our vacations in Las Vegas, FSB, a lot of the different things we did together. But I won't, because I told it's not a roast, and I can't do that. But give me another drink, I will be in the back of the room telling toast all night. But honestly, you talk about a best friend and someone that, to me, 3 things really jump out at me. And the first thing is loyalty. Someone that is always there for you no matter what. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I can tell from first-hand experience, he's there for you. No matter what you do, you know, good, bad, he's going to be there to help you along the way. And the second thing that's important, I think, in a best friend is trustworthiness. Someone that you can trust no matter what. That's always honest with you, going to tell you what he thinks. And when he says something, you're going to believe it, because that's who he is. And last, and possibly most important to me, is thoughtfulness. Someone that, and everyone in this room either knows Chip or is getting to know him through Jennifer. And Chip is someone that he never really talks about himself. He doesn't talk about his job and his life and what's going on. But he always asks about your life. How's your family? How are your kids? How's your job? And a lot of people just say that, not really mean it. But he says that he actually cares. And he wants to know what's going on with your life because it's important to him. And that's really what I think a best friend is all about. Jennifer, well, I've known Jen now for a couple of years. And I guess even more than a couple of years, but really got to know her well in the last couple of years. Jennifer went to Cornell with me, graduated with me, so right away, she's instantly a winner in my book. But obviously, everyone knows she's smart, and she's absolutely beautiful. And she's caring, she's loving, And I think the first time that my wife Kimberly and I went out to dinner with them, I knew Jennifer, Kimberly didn't, and she got to meet her, and she came away and she said, you know, I feel like I've known her forever. She's the kind of person that right away we hit it off, and she's just so caring and warm, and right away she knew that there was something special there. I can tell you not just how we feel about Jen, but also when you see Chip and Jen together. And it's always those moments, whether it's a dinner or you're out, and they don't think anyone's looking at them, but they're doing little things, whether they're touching each other, or looking at each other, or saying something to each other. And you could just tell how much they really love each other. So a lot of the same qualities I see in Chip, I see in Jen as well. So I wanted to give a toast. I know a lot of us don't have drinks yet, but thank you. But this is a toast to an absolutely amazing couple, to the bride and groom, who mean the world to us, to health, to happiness, to the best of times together. We all love you, and congratulations.